All right, you guys, we are officially recording. What's up, everybody? Happy Tuesday. It's August 27th already. I'm not sure how that happened. I swear it was just like May a second ago, but it's cool. So if you guys are hopping on tonight, we want to talk to you guys about recruiting. I feel like I know I have gotten asked quite a bit about recruiting, and so we thought it would be a good opportunity to talk to you guys about some of the things that we do, and it's really no secret, right? Like it's really no secret on how we recruit and what we do to recruit. And so we thought it would be a good time to talk to you guys about this. So I don't have a PowerPoint or anything like that for you guys. This is really just going to be kind of a chat. So if you're hopping on, say what's up. I won't say what's up. Oh my God, I'm alive. Oh Lord. I would say mute yourself if you're hopping on. I'm going to mute everybody right now, but just so we know. So recruiting, you guys. So I feel like people get so hung up on recruiting, and they feel like, oh my gosh, I cannot seem to recruit reps for the life of me. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I feel like I can get customers, but I just can't grow a team, right? Like, does this sound familiar? Maybe it's you guys have personally even reached out to me asking me, what I do differently. And none of us do anything differently than what we share with you guys. So we want to recap a little bit of what we do. The first thing you guys need to be doing is celebrating publicly. I think this one is like hard and awkward for people because it's like, what do I celebrate, right? Like, if I'm not hitting rank, I can't be celebrating. Wrong. Like, so wrong. Celebrate everything, every little win that you guys have. Celebrate it. It doesn't have to be a huge thing like a rank advancement or hitting a certain number of sales. Like, if you hit your activity goals for the week, celebrate that publicly. Like, right? We do the celebration Fridays for a reason. I'm not saying you need to like go and post dance videos on your Facebook wall, but be excited about the things that you're accomplishing publicly, because if you are doing that and you're creating relationships with people that, that's who you want to be creating relationships with, because you've created a Facebook list maybe, or maybe you're working off just your specific prospect list that you have, and you're loving on these people and you're liking and commenting. If you're creating those relationships with these people, they're going to be watching you. They're going to be watching you on your Facebook. They're going to see you celebrating. They want to know, is she really having fun there? Is she really seeing success there? And again, what is the definition of success? It's what you want that definition to be, okay? So again, stop sitting here saying, oh, I can't celebrate publicly because I haven't hit rank yet. Like, you see all of us celebrating all of the wins, okay? We celebrate even publicly. I know Jermaine posted literally just a few days ago. It was a post about all of her amazing things that the customers are saying to her, right? Like about how people are losing weight and they're feeling good and they're feeling happier, that they can be a better mom. Like, what are your customers saying to you, right? Like, make that a celebration, you guys. Like, there's so many things that we can be celebrating. And I know that is really weird to celebrate that stuff publicly sometimes, but it's important because of those people that you're creating those relationships with. You want to be sure that they're seeing you having fun here. How are they going to know that you are in a business if you don't talk about it on your social media, right? Okay, because that way, as you're doing those things and you're creating the relationships and you're celebrating publicly, do you see the kind of system that I'm going here? What's going to happen next? Okay, so then that way, you can then figure out what script to use to talk to that person. If they're in network marketing, we're going to kind of go over that a little bit in a minute too. But if you are creating the relationship with somebody, you're celebrating your wins publicly, you should eventually be able to move that relationship and conversation into inviting them to look at the business opportunity. Okay, so you can either wait until we have a sneak peek event and invite them to check out the opportunity at a sneak peek event. Those are really great non-icky ways to have somebody look at the opportunity, but find a script that works for you, okay, and use them. And also, I think a lot of us forget that you want to know who the best reps are going to be? Your customers. Your customers, you guys, they love the products. They are coming back for more. I know I have people who have literally come back screaming for auto ship. Get me back on auto ship, right? Like, I can't live without this stuff. And so those are the people that we should be reaching out to and asking them, hey, you know, you love the products. You really talk about the products with so much passion to me, and I know that you are just really enjoying them. Would you be open to, you know, checking out our sneak peek event or whatever it may be? Open to looking at the business, okay? So those are kind of my top things for you guys. I will also say too, in terms now here's the thing. I was going to mention network marketers, okay, with scripts. Y'all, okay. Scripts don't work on network marketers. They don't really work on them because hello, how do you reply to when somebody scripts you? You're like, okay, this person totally freaking scripted me. They're trying to recruit me. Don't even try and pretend like you don't know. Like, I know what you're doing. I see you, right? Like, that's what we say to them. They're going to do the same thing to you. So again, it's going to take a little bit more time because you're going to have to build the relationships with these people a little bit, right? Like, especially the network marketers. And when you go to invite a network marketer to look at the business, don't script them. Just be honest with them. Talk to them like a normal human. You are going to get so much farther with that in terms of talking to somebody in network marketing, you know, because they're not going to feel like they're prospected. They're not going to feel like, okay, this person literally doesn't care what my name is. They're just simply saying, you know, spitting out this script for me to check this out. So those are kind of my top things. Jermaine, Megan, I see Jermaine. So Jermaine, I'm going to unmute you and let you put your little input in on this. Why isn't it letting me unmute you? Are you unmuting yourself or is this just me being weird?
I can do it.
Okay, there you go. Oh.
Hello. So you guys, when Kelly said we're going to talk about recruiting, I'm like, yay, because that's my favorite thing to do. But it's not like, if you guys feel like you don't know how to recruit, it's because you're overthinking it. So the same way you get customers is the same exact way you're going to get your reps. You just have to switch what you talk about. So, and it goes back to your profile. So like Kelly said, I personally feel like a lot of people struggle with recruiting. They struggle because they're trying to recruit other network marketers. And I hate to break it to you, but a lot of you guys are not there yet. So if you're going after network marketers, they're going to tell you no. Did you know that it's so much easier to recruit somebody who has no idea that this is network marketing? Because they're not vested in a company. Like, they're not looking at you like you're the enemy. They don't feel like you're trying to like steal them from a company that they already love. And a lot of people, when they come to me and they tell me like, I've invited 50 people and they all told me no, all those 50 people are going to tell you no, because when I look at all those 50 people, they're already in a company. So they don't want what you're selling. So you have to go out and get out of the bubble. Go find somebody else, especially in the beginning. And it also goes back to your profile. So have you noticed, how many of you guys are really good at recruiting customers? Raise your hand. Say me in the comments below. I want to see who you are. Like, who's really good at recruiting customers? If you're good at recruiting customers, have you taken a look at your profile? What are you posting about? You're always posting results, your customers' results. You're talking about the products often. You're talking about those things over and over and over and over again. So of course, what you're putting out is what you're going to get back. So if you want to switch gears on that, all you got to do is change what you're posting about. I talk about the business a lot. And so I attract a lot of people who want to work a business because that's what I'm putting out there. Let me read Rochelle's comments because I think it's good. I see it in the side here. So she shifted her mindset from customers to biz partners, and she's leading with the business. So yeah, you guys, it's not hard. And the reason why you feel like you don't know, like, I don't know what I'm doing, I can't recruit anybody, you gotta stop saying that. So if you are going to Kelly or Megan or me, anybody, if you're going to anybody and you're saying, I cannot recruit anybody, I can only get customers, guess what's going to happen? You're only going to get customers because that's what you're putting out there. So first of all, you got to stop saying that. There's nothing wrong with you. You're not flawed. You don't suck at recruiting business partners. You're not a horrible leader. None of that's true. You just have to switch your focus, and you need to realize that in the beginning, it's a little bit harder to attract business partners because you don't really know what to post about and you feel like you need to make a lot of money, which I'm telling you right now, you do not. The people who make a lot of money, they work hard to make it look like they're not making that kind of money because it's not real. So you want to start talking about your wins. And like Kelly said, I talk about my customers all the time. They don't even have to be your own customer. You can go into the ATM group. That's what it's there for. Take those stories and talk about it. You don't have to post pictures of everybody because that can seem kind of spammy, where it's like your feed is just all transformation pictures of all random people. Like, you don't want to do that. Put that in your stories. But on your news feed, talk about congratulations to Zanita. Zanita just hit bronze. You can talk about that. Post about that. You don't have to say her name. You can put something like, OMG, congratulations to my friend, or congratulations to my sideline sister, whatever you want to call her. She just hit her first or her second rank in the company. She struggled for years, and to finally watch her grow up, this is amazing to me. All we do is win here. Easy, right? Easy day. So when you start talking about the business, sharing other people's stories, more people are going to want to join you. That's it. It's so simple. It's not complicated at all. So I think that we should know, what do you guys feel like you're struggling with, so we can help you combat it, because really it's not hard. Yeah, I think you guys are overthinking it.
Comment if you guys have any questions specifically about recruiting or anything in particular. Definitely write in the chat right now. Feel free to pick our brains. I will say it is seriously as easy as a mindset shift. Like what Rochelle said is truly what it is. It's just a mindset shift. And instead of it, here's the thing. The coffee is so easy to lead with. It is too easy to lead with. It's coffee, right? Hey, do you like coffee? Oh, yeah, sure. Cool. Right. Everybody likes coffee. And that, I think, makes it almost extra easy for us to want to lead with the product, with coffee. And I'm not saying when you start conversations that you can't talk about coffee. It is a great conversation piece, a great, way to get the conversation started. Do you like coffee? I'm not disagreeing there. But I will say a lot of this is going to be also in terms of the marketing side of things, not necessarily just with the prospecting side of things when it comes to recruiting, right? But the marketing side of things. And I think this is where a lot of people fail, is that they're not talking publicly about their businesses and about their wins and what they're doing. And so then they prospect somebody and they send a script to somebody. And what's that person going to do? The first thing they're going to do is go and look at your profile. They're going to click on your profile and they're going to see what you're talking about. And if you're not talking about your business and you're only talking about how awesome this coffee is, they're going to be like, okay, cool. Clearly she freaking sells coffee, but I don't see anything about her running a business or about it being a successful business or about it being an exciting thing or Do you see what I'm saying, you guys? I think a lot of it, and then we hear no because they go to your profile and they think, honestly, I'll be completely honest, they're not legit enough for me to join because you're not talking about it. They don't feel like you're talking about a business. They do feel like you're only talking about a product, okay? So they don't feel confident enough because it's not there. And I know that it seems like that shouldn't be the way that it is, but it is. And that's why we talk about our profiles and what we're sharing on social media as to being so important for you guys is because of this little cycle that we've kind of got like going on here, right? That's what people are going to do. They're just going to go and look at your profile. And so if you plan to prospect like we want you to, we want you to be talking to people and creating relationships and having conversations in Messenger, you just have to realize that in order for you to fully get, the full benefits of recruiting with both marketing and prospecting, you've got to be doing both. And you really will not see success until you are doing both. Again, because of that credibility factor. Yes, people see that you love the coffee, you're having great results from the coffee, they want to try the coffee, but you're seeing so much more, you guys, here on the business. You need to talk about those things more. Talk about the culture. Did you know that like 90% of people freaking join network marketing for the culture, not for the money, not for what your goddamn rank is gonna be? Okay, they join because they need a community. Think of if you're a stay-at-home mom, if you're a brand new mom, like, hello, I get it. They just need community, okay? And so we get stuck in our own thoughts thinking like, oh, hey, it's just I'm not making rank or I'm not doing this. All the things that you're not doing, you're forgetting about all of the things that you are doing and the lives that you're changing. Talk about the lives that you're changing and how excited you are to be changing these lives and that you've been given a platform to do so, with all of the tools that you need for 99 freaking dollars. Like, that's a freaking steal. So, they want to be, let me read the comments here. We got 49 customers, but the retention rate is horrible. What do you suggest to keeping people ordering on SmartShip? Any tips on finding influencers? So, yeah, Jermaine, what were you saying?
That's a relationship thing. Like if your customers are not staying on auto shipment, if you feel that your retention is low, are you following up with them? Or are you following up with them only to tell them that their next order is about to ship? Are you constantly checking in on them and making sure that they're okay, asking them how they drink their coffee, how do they like it? Are you guys doing that?
Here, I'm going to unmute you, John. Hold on. Wait, I don't know why it won't let me unmute. Can you unmute?
And are they connected to are they in the...
There you go. You're on mute. Sorry.
Hi, Jermaine. Yes. I'm always in communication with my customers. And Rox follows up, and it seems like it's either the money or they said they'll come back on, later date, and we contact them and they ghost us. It's tough. It's really, I don't understand. I mean, I let them know that, hey, we've been doing this now for 10 months, and we feel great. We love it. I mean, what seems to be the problem?
Are people replying? Are you asking that question?
I'm sorry.
I said, are you asking them why they're just saying it's money and?
Well, it's either money or they don't feel it's doing anything, or and I try to tell them, well, are you being consistent? Are you drinking water? I mean, what is it exactly that you're trying to achieve with this product? Are you looking for energy? Are you looking to lose weight? I send information, but it just seems like I go to the back office and I see auto ships. Maybe we might have 6 or 7 auto, smart ship customers. Everybody else is just falling away by the wayside, and I'm not one to bug people, but I just tell them give it a chance. try it again, but I don't know. It's frustrating sometimes. Maybe I'm not doing it right.
It sounds like you're doing it right. That's normal for all of us. Like a lot of us, we have customers who fall off and then they come back on. But that's why I keep my people in like a list on Facebook. So I'm constantly interacting with them, because what you do after the sale, that is way more important than what you did to get that sale. Because when you
Right.
get this sale, you've already made money off of them and it's done deal. But if you continue and if you just stop interacting with them, or you just like forget who they are, they're not going to want to like do business with you. And sometimes money's tight. It happens. Like they're going to have to get off their auto shipment. But if you continue loving on them and truly getting to know who they are and what they like and all those things, and sharing your journey online, they will come back around. And if they're in the ATM groups and you see a story that kind of sort of sounds like them and you tag them in it, and you can message them and be like, hey, I know you're not drinking our product right now, but I saw this story, I tagged you in, I really think you should take a look at it. It reminded me so much of you. And then leave it at that. Like, don't
Great idea.
people.
That's good.
We like that.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jermaine.
Yeah.
You're welcome. But
What about
don't
influencers?
and
What about
the influencer thing, that has to do a lot with your profile. So before you're going to attract an influencer, you yourself have to present yourself like you're an influencer yourself. So you're going to clear up your pictures and clear up your background and start going live and just learning how to make yourself look like an amazing human that you truly are. You're just not putting it out there to the universe yet. And you don't have to have big wins to become an influencer. You just have to be providing a lot of value, and you have to make it look like you know what you're talking about. I make it look like I know what I'm talking about, but I don't. I have no freaking clue what I'm talking about, but people think I'm smart because it's the way I'm presenting myself. And even when I first joined the coffee business, Brittany Beck, she thought that I was like this super amazing human because she scrolled our profile and she thought that Kelly was like so amazing, and me and Jenny too. And me and Kelly were like, we're making $20 a month, bro. And she thinks she had a call with us one-on-one because she was like, these guys are rock star leaders. They're going to run here. But little did she know we made $20 a month at that time. So it doesn't matter how much money you're making. It's what you're putting out to the universe, like how you're presenting yourself. And it's not hard, you guys, to like clean up your profile. It's super easy.
Yeah.
We try to tell people, and some people we host these calls and we say these things over and over and over again. And the ones who were trying to like, get it in their brain, they're not getting it. Like we give so many examples and we're like, they're just not getting it. Like the only thing we can do is put a picture of their actual post on our slideshow to show them that this is not right. But we don't want to call you guys out like that. So
listen, I just want to piggyback off that for a few things. The first thing I want to piggyback off of, John and Rox. First, everything Jermaine said is amazing, like on freaking point. Amazing suggestions, but I also want to say, get out of the mindset that you're bugging people. This, I think is becoming one of my biggest pet peeves, you guys, because this is a business. You've got to think of it like a business. They've come to you and they've bought your product. So if you want to tag them in a video because you feel like they're going to connect to whatever the story, is with the product that they've already tried, and you're being a kind, that's like a friendly thing to do. That's not bugging. That's not, and they understand that this is a business. They've already bought the product from you. Okay. So when you start treating it like a business and not so much like a, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, give me money, now I'm going to leave you type business, right? Like a single transaction type business, but rather a relationship business. And, they're going to probably be impressed. They're going to think like, oh, and they're not going to think, oh, he's bothering me. They're going to think, wow, that was really nice of John to actually tag me in something where, he thought of me. Like he thought of me out of his day to think, oh, you know what? I think Kelly is going to relate to this or benefit from this. I'm going to tag her. That's a kind thing to do. Do you see what I'm saying, you guys? But in our head, we have like warped it, that, and I think it's because of maybe what other people in network marketing have done to maybe like the industry of network marketing, that we feel like because it's network marketing that we're annoying people, that it's, bothering people. It's not. If you are treating this truly like a relationship business, it's not annoying. It's a business, and they fully are going to understand that. So I just wanted to kind of point that out too, because I really think if you change that mindset and shift it a little bit, it's going to really, really help you guys to kind of push out there, because you're not bothering them. You're not, okay?
You're tagging them in like every single post.
Yeah.
Is bothering them, but just like a post and not like a post a day, you guys. That's way too much. You're not thinking about them. You're trying to sell them something, but random things, that's okay. Like check in with them every now and then. Every 2 weeks, every 3 weeks, once a month. Like just check in on them and see how they're doing. But don't always be in their inbox. So Rosie asked a good question here. She said for the business, she adds them to the ATM group and then they start ghosting her when it's time to follow up. That's okay. If they haven't watched the videos, that's okay. I wouldn't re-tag them in the videos. I would just let it go like it never happened and just continue to love on them. Sooner or later, they're going to come back around and they're going to be like, oh my gosh, she truly does care about me. Or, oh my gosh, she tagged me in this video a long time ago and I forgot to watch it. So you just want to keep staying in their face so that they will remember that there's something you were offering them.
Yeah, absolutely.
Loving on them, you guys, like that. So you know how we keep talking about like code messaging and like people who are like icky. So if you send them a message and you don't really know who they are, I don't consider that code messaging. If you're my friend, it's not a code message. We are friends. But if you message them, they tell you no, and you never talk to them ever again, then that's code messaging, you guys. So if you reach out to somebody and they tell you no, don't be like, I'm done with you. Continue to build a relationship with them, because that no only means not right now. Sooner or later, they will come around if you continue to love on them. But if you don't, guess what's going to happen? I'm going to love on them because I love doing that and I'm pretty good at it. And then they're going to join me.
Yeah.
Kelly. Because that's what we do. So even though people tell you no, just put them in a list and just continue to show them love. They will come back around.
Yeah. With that too, you guys, just remember that people love a journey, right? Like they love a journey. So Jermaine said, like, they tell you no, you got to keep loving on them. Absolutely. But guess what they're going to be doing? They're going to be watching you. You've planted a seed. You've dropped a little idea in their head about some happy coffee or a happy coffee business. And so they're going to see your post pop up and be like, oh, cool. Again, which is why it's so important to celebrate publicly, or instead of, maybe I shouldn't say celebrate publicly, share your journey publicly. People love a journey. I didn't just like all of a sudden one day wake up and was like, okay, I'm Black Diamond status. Like we worked our way up here, and I sold $1,000 and I freaking shared that publicly. I sold $500. I shared that shit publicly, you guys. Like I just shared my journey. I didn't compare myself to however Brittany Beck how much Brittany was making, or how much, somebody else on a sideline team was making. Like I just put my head down and I focused on what I needed to do, and I shared what was happening in my journey. Okay. And so people want to know that you're on a journey. They don't love an overnight success. Okay. They want to see you grow. You want to know what, and you want to know what? That is going to be the best time for you to take full momentum of your business and run, when you're sharing that early stages of your journey. I know it sounds crazy. You're like, Kelly, what are you talking about? Like, nobody's going to want to join me on my journey just now. Like, I just started. Wrong. They're going to see the tiniest bit of success coming from you. And again, what is that definition of success? That is going to be up to you. But if you're excited, it's going to get them excited. And if they see you making little progress improvements, okay, that is what's really, really going to kind of catapult you to the next level. Joe said, I have a girl who said no because she was in another company. I started loving on her. A month later, she told me she wished she would have joined my team because now she is stuck with $400 worth of jewelry. That's crazy, Joe. That's so crazy. And do you see what I'm saying, you guys? Like, you're always planting a seed and people are watching, okay? So you've got to be conscious about what you're posting and realize that if you are talking about coffee, you're talking about the products a lot, you're going to get a lot of customers. You talk about the business a lot, you're going to get a lot of people interested in the business, okay? And if you want, I think part of the reason why I personally like to publicly lead with the business is because it's easy to turn that into, it really is. Coffee is, it could go vice versa though too, but coffee is easy to turn that into, if they're not interested in the business, they might be interested in the product, right? So,
learn that in wine.
Yeah, really though, it's true.
That one up on you. We learned that in wine. So if you come from DC, you got that one up too.
Yeah. How would you break that up with posting? Do so many days business and so many coffee. Okay. No, yeah, I understand the question, Kelly. So, honestly, I just feel like I go with like what my heart is saying to me that day and what's going on in my life that day. I'm not particularly somebody who can plan my posts ahead. I don't feel like they're as good when I plan them ahead. Like I get into like these grooves kind of a thing when I post. So I just go off of whatever it is. But I do, if you guys are trying to start to talk more about business posts, set a goal for like, okay, this week I'm going to do 3 business posts this week, right? Like if you've never talked about the business before on your profile, you're going to be like, this week I'm just going to start off with 3. And then guess what? It might just start coming to flow out of you. And if you end up with 4, that's okay. You see what I'm saying? Like whatever it may be, but you may want to set yourself, like a particular goal. If you're trying to kind of get into the hang of celebrating and sharing your journey and things like that. For me now, I feel like it just like I have to like do the opposite where I'm like, whoa, Kelly, you got to talk about product here for a minute because all you've done is talk about the business for a long time. So there's no right or wrong way, but if that's something that you feel like you could, you need to do so that you remember to do it, then that's what you got to do. So.
And you can save it. So if you have a lot of business things that happen to you like this week, you don't have to post it all this week. Save it. So I have a lot of things in my phone, in my notes section. I literally have like 1,500 notes.
It's insane.
I keep you guys. So there are days where I wake up and I'm like, I don't know what the hell to post, but I have on my notes section in my phone, like, I don't think you guys can see it because my lighting, but I can type on the top on my search bar, I can type post ideas and I can come up with like 8 scrolls of things that I can post. And you want to know where it came from? It came from my customers who told me something, or it came from one of my reps who told me something. I save it in my phone and I use it. So I never have a problem with coming up with posts because I've pre-staged my brain to keep it in my phone, because you're not going to remember all those things. And when I don't know about you guys, but when I run, that's like peak time for my brain. I am like the smartest person when I run. So when I'm done running, I literally can write like 7 posts and I just save it on my phone for the days where I suck and I can pull it out and use it. So save those things in your phone. And I told you guys, it doesn't have to be your story. You can share things in our ATM groups. That's what it's there for. And you don't have to tag the people. Just talk about it nonchalantly and be excited about it. And that's it. No call to actions. Just sharing the story.
Yeah, share. And even if you share it in the ATM group, don't forget, like if you're posting in there, your peeps are going to get notified that you posted in there. Right? So, they're going to get a little notification on Facebook that you did post in there. So just remember those little things. And like, there's something I was just going to say and I totally just slipped my mind, but yeah. I think that is all I had written down. Did anybody else have any questions or any input that they want to add to it? You guys feel free to take yourself off of mute. But recruiting, you guys, is really fun. It really is a fun part of the business. And if you feel like you're struggling with it, you really probably are overthinking it. And so I want you just to kind of like shake those feelings off, like literally just shake them off, wake up tomorrow and say, I'm a freaking leader. I'm a badass. Like, you've got to believe that you're a leader. Okay. I'm a leader, and I'm going to recruit some reps by sharing my journey and creating relationships, right? Like, that is the best way to do it. So as long as you guys are doing those things, you're going to do it. Yeah, you are, Joe. You are. Okay, guys? So that is all we have for you tonight.
I got something for you.
Oh, okay. Let's do it.
If you guys really truly want to change lives, you need to start recruiting, because your products are cool and all. They help people lose weight. It helps them get off their medicine and all those beautiful things. But guess what? If you recruit a mom who's able to retire herself, who's able to retire her husband, who's able to stay home and watch her children, how many lives have you impacted off of that one recruit? So be a life changer, you guys, and go out there and find yourself some reps. That is all I got for you.
Yes, you guys. So thank you for hopping on with us. That's all we have for you tonight. 4 days left of the month. Let's kill it, you guys. Let's crush our end of the month goals and bring in September. So thanks for hopping on. We love and appreciate you guys. We'll see you all later. Bye, y'all. Yeah, run, Sarah, run. Bye, guys.